What is up, ladies and gentlemen of the online Jamly? This, of course, here's Jamiroquai 2000 with another episode of The Beginner's Guide to Jamiroquai. Given the recent influx of a lot of new music fans into the online Jamly, either through the recurring Jamiroquai memes ecosystem or purely through musical discovery, I thought it was the right time to write and record this new post-video series to help new music fans get an introduction to the band Jamiroquai, from their past, present history to their musical influences to the band members' past and present. I hope this series will help further enrich new Jamiroquai fans into the fan base about the band Jamiroquai. Here in episode 5 of the Beginner's Guide of Jamiroquai, I'm going to be discussing the vibrant, groundbreaking, and highly influential back catalog of the music videography of Jamiroquai, another underappreciated creative avenue that the band has been innovating for over 30 years, and discuss my favorite music videos of Jamiroquai that were ahead of the mark for them and their high times. So let's go into the first music video of my favorite music videos for When You Gonna Learn. Now, When You Gonna Learn was the second music video produced back in 1993 after the band signing their 8-album deal with Sony Music in 1992. The first being for its B-side single, of course, Too Young to Die. The music video for their debut single, of course, When You Gonna Learn, set the auspicious bar of high expectation with the band performing the songs of lyrical condemnations of humanity's effects on the natural world of planet Earth. Amongst the montage of unsettling archival animal cruelty footage provided by environmentalists and animal rights groups ranging from Greenpeace to the Friends of the Earth. Even in its vicious and inhumane imagery, When You Gonna Learn's music video shows the daringness that JK and the boys of Jamiroquai would show countlessly in Jamiroquai's early formative years, raging against the human machina, and would be a clarion song for many other musical artists to use their musical ability to help the world, its people, and cast a limelight and cast a flashlight on the injustices of the past, present, and potential future of humanity and the planet Earth. So let's move on to my favorite music video, my second favorite music video from Jamiroquai for Blow Your Mind. Blow Your Mind from Jamiroquai was the third music video produced during the 1992 through 1993 Mercy and Planet Earth era of Jamiroquai. For the single Blow Your Mind, it was a more lighthearted affair for the band than with them in a congenial gathering of them in a simple black and white short-form groove session with the band members and some of their friends of Jamiroquai in that music video. A classic chill-out song and the music video that really showcased all the band members just hanging around with each other, commiserating and grooving with each other's hearty, lovely company of camaraderie. This wouldn't be the first time that we would see all the band members of Jamiroquai all together in a music video, but this would be as always, the first time is always my favorite moment of band unity. So let's move on to my next favorite music video by Jamiroquai for Space Cowboy. Now, with Space Cowboy, things topically would take a more deeper and important turn onto the second album era of Jamiroquai with 1994's magnus opus, at least in my opinion, of their album The Return of the Space Cowboy, with the observations of humanity pivoting from man's effects on the planet Earth to man's effects on each other. The lead single's music video for 1994's single Space Cowboy would become a fan favorite with its glowing, swirling endorsement of high times and good vibes through the self-medicative loveliness of Chiba, aka marijuana, and a juggernaut of a music video showing off the versatile dancing abilities, or should I say, note moving abilities, as JK lovingly called his dance moves, of a young JK throughout this marvelous slow rotation camera one-shot music video. Amongst the most inventive moves of JK were glimpses of his fellow band members appearing and disappearing throughout the music video during the rotation of that one-shot camera video, performing along with the song both segments of JK's dancing and those glimpses of the band members of Jamiroquai performing that song, greatly complementing each other throughout that music video. Lastly, it should be noted that the Space Cowboy music video is widely considered the influence and progenitor for the brilliance of the latter 1997 groundbreaking music video for Virtual Insanity, which I'll be discussing later in my favorite music videos here in this episode of The Beginner's Guide to Jamiroquai. Now moving on to my next favorite music video by Jamiroquai, Half the Man. Even in the unsettled, heavy subject matters that were at play in Jamiroquai's 1994 album, The Return of the Space Cowboy, the first music ballad by Jamiroquai, in this case, was for the somber truths of the music video for the album's third single, Half the Man. we slowly unpeeled another onion layer of the amazing depths to JK in regards to JK, and that layer was vocal range. In the simple, bittersweet soldiering ballad on the landscape of a black and white music video of a one-shot of just JK singing the song solo, JK displays a range of emotive beauty through the entirety of this music video, and it's really just a lovely first ballad from Jamiroquai. For many people who didn't realize Jamiroquai, in the beginning, being a very abrasive, in-your-face band trying to save the planet and trying to casting a light on all the indiscretions that are happening in the world, they had a much more softer side, and half the band certainly showed that side very, very well. Now moving on to my next favorite music video from Jamiroquai's Videography, Do You Know Where You're Coming From? In the first ever collaboration single with UK DJ and producer MB, Jamiroquai goes back to their thematic roots on this Wallaching music video for the 1995 single "Do You Know Where You're Coming From?" And going back to the roots, they may not have been of the acid jazz era, but in a pulp throwback, they were entertained by an inquiring JK in visions of his early stomping grounds, ranging from record store there in Ealing, England, to breakdancing youth, using his multifaceted imagination to ponder the ever-changing world of life and death at a breakneck groove that would be indicative of the varied musical marvels that would be in store for us from Jamiroquai from their upcoming album, which of course would be 1996 album Traveling Out Moving. Now moving on to my next favorite music video by Jamiroquai, the groundbreaking Virtual Insanity. Now, the maturity of Jamiroquai's sound would become more diversified with their 1996 third album, Traveling Without Moving. The lead single, Virtual Insanity, which was originally languishing around after Sony A&R people kept protesting the band about trying to find that next single, would hit pay dirt with this single's absolutely ingenious and groundbreaking music video, directed by a fledgling video director by the name of Jonathan Glazier, and based off a simple novel idea by JK of, funny to say, airport luggage, or should I say the way of its movement on the ground in an airport. It should also be noted that the lyrical prowess of Virtual Insanity, about the apparent rising menace of technological derived easiness for humanity that it was heralding, continues to be definitely ahead of its time. The music video was a one-of-a-kind, a static black-hatted JK defying the laws of horizontal gravity by dancing around a brightly lit white room where the viewer was asked to figure out the optical illusion playing out before them in this music video. Was it the walls moving, or was it the floor moving? This music video would become a worldwide sensation. It would bring Jamiroquai to the consciousness of the invaluable pop music scene and mainstream, and cement them as one of the most important musical acts of the 1990s. To say that this music video was a game changer for the band would be a great understatement. Now moving on to my next favorite music video from Jamiroquai's Videography, Deeper Underground. Now, jumping a little bit farther into the musical videography of Jamiroquai, we look at the first single contributed to a film by the band Jamiroquai. In 1998's planned blockbuster film Godzilla, with it being the only single from Jamiroquai to reach #1 on the singles charts over in the UK and Europe, singles chat with Deeper Underground, which was an absolutely logistically amazing music video, one of the most complex music videos to be done by Jamiroquai, undertaken by Jamiroquai and JK. JK spent a majority of this music video precariously spent in this action-packed music video, meticulously dancing around from falling cars to helicopters in a flooded, submerged movie theater after Godzilla's CGI-generated footage went through the theater screen. This music video is one of the most daring music videos, as I said, that was done by Jamiroquai, and it still is a marvel of music video to many people who have not seen the rocky side or the rock and roll side of Jamiroquai's sound, which is omnipresent in small little select moments of Jamiroquai's singleography of their musical history. But still, the Deep Underground music video was absolutely outstanding and one of my favorite action-packed music videos from Jamiroquai. Now moving on to my next favorite music video from Jamiroquai of their videography, 1999's Canned Heat. Now, Jamiroquai's sound became more discotheque friendly as he entered into the third album era, or sorry, I should say fourth album era of Jamiroquai's Albumography, with 1999's album Synchronize, and with its lead single and its music video was showcased the new bombastic boogie factors with their single Canned Heat. Approaching the concept of a time loop for the music video, a relaxing JK would wake up and proceed into a blistering awesome dance routines, literally traveling but with moving through different walls and many rooms at breakneck speeds, interacting with his surroundings and dancing for an ungodly amount of camera cuts, but overall an absolute amazing boogie factor of a single. It was one of the most breathtaking music videos by Jamiroquai from the catalog. It would re-emerge with popularity after Canned Heat was prominently featured in the comedy indie classic from 2004, Napoleon Dynamite. It's still one of my favorite multi-shot music videos by Jamiroquai. Now moving into my next favorite music video from Jamiroquai's videography, Black Capricorn Day. Another very memorable story-driven music video from Jamiroquai from their 1999 Synchronized album era. The music video for Black Capricorn Day would see JK portraying the role of a street thief. He would be spotted by angry people whom logic would dictate he had stolen from prior, and it would lead to one hell of a crazy cat-and-mouse chase film from that point on, ranging from foot chases to JK jokingly racing away from those people chasing him on a scooter. This is one of the most fun Jamiroquai music videos of their videography, and I highly recommend everybody who likes story-based music videos to check out this music video from 1999 from Jamiroquai when they can, and it's one of my favorite classic Jamiroquai music videos, at least from the middle to later half of their music videography. Now moving on to another one of my favorite music videos from Jamiroquai, 2001's Little L. Now, a lot of the music from Jamiroquai's 2001 album, A Funk Odyssey, dealt with the pitfalls of love, but its lead single and its music video for the lead single, Little L, was about the shortfalls of unreciprocated love to another from one person to another that can bring. And this time, it was from a very brightly colored music video for Little L, shifting between a silver-tinged discotheque merriment to dancing in a disco-lit floor in a black, light-enhanced polar white fabric jacket, wearing a silver Shogun-style funky hat. The thumping bass work and synth throughout this song really made this a fun affair for all those involved, and was one of the most memorable music videos of the new sound era of Jamiroquai. Now, moving on to my final choice, my favorite Jamiroquai music video of their musical videography, 2017's Automaton. Now, finishing off my list of my favorite music videos, as aforementioned in this episode of The Beginner's Guide to Jamiroquai, we finish off my favorite list of Jamiroquai music videos with when it comes to the self-titled lead singer from Jamiroquai's most recent album from 2017. Of course, I'm talking about Automaton, a music video that literally picks off thematically right where Virtual Insanity ended off nearly 20 years prior, on how technology continues its undeterred advances in humanity and nearly uproots our consciousness in the process of all these progressions. In the music video, JK portrays a literal automaton, a robot, showing off a new Tron-esque lit hat, which of course was created by a lighting artist by the name of Moritz Wallenmeyer. That was a Tron-esque lit hat with pencil blades that would go up and down by remote control, wandering through the tundras of a lifeless Earth, looking for any semblance of the humanity that technology had completely erased from that world. It's a rather stark music video, and it's definitely one of those music videos that doesn't give us a little bit of a bright future, but it really shows off how Jamiroquai continues to push the envelope of awareness of the modern world and bringing these common truths to light. Not to mention, JK's robotic moves in this music video, even given his age at the time was a little bit older, he still has those dance moves, and they are absolutely second to none. So there are all my favorite music videos by Jamiroquai. Well, there you go. They're my favorite music videos from Jamiroquai's music videography from the last 30 years. And be sure to check out all these amazing music videos that are currently available on the official Jamiroquai YouTube channel. And, of course, some other members of the family have been gracious enough to upload some of the other music videos, especially alternate versions, that have made their way onto YouTube and are luckily still there, you know, not being taken down for copyright or what have you. But I did make a gigantic, expansive YouTube playlist of all these music videos I talked about in my favorites and of the other Jamiroquai music videos of the last 30 years. So, and the playlist is simply called 30 Years of Jamiroquai, all the music videos. So be sure to check out that YouTube playlist of all those music videos as I talked about individually, or the ones that I did not talk about. You're going to be in for one hell of a ride of amazing music video history. Be sure to check out that list for that 30 Years of Jamiroquai, all the music videos YouTube playlist down in the description area of this episode of the Beginner's Guide to Jamiroquai down below. Again, I would like to thank everyone in the online Jamily continuing to enjoy this informative series about on my YouTube channel about Jamiroquai, and I'm trying my darndest to cover everything about Jamiroquai for any of the fledgling members of the Jamily who need to know everything about the band. But coming up in the next episode of this series, I'm going to be looking at the fashion influence of Jamiroquai on the music and the fashion industry over the band's history. Thank you again, everybody, for all the support and good vibes to all of you, and I'll be seeing you again for another episode of the Beginner's Guide to Jamiroquai. Thank you again. Take care, everybody, and I'll see you soon.